I got 16 fall fire Middle Eastern clone fragrances here for you. So fall, there's a lot of temperature fluctuations where I live at. So one day it might be 80 degrees. Next day it might be a high of 50, you know, within 1 day span. And then might stay 50 for a few days and jump back up in the 80s. So yeah, here in Ohio, the weather fluctuates. So it's a great season to enjoy a great variety of fragrances. You can wear some fresher aromatic ones, and then you can wear some deep, dark, dense ones. Because sometimes, you know, even when the high gets to like 80, the morning low might be in the 50s a lot of mornings. So yeah, fall is one of the best seasons for fragrances, I'm starting to think. But you know, usually whatever season comes up, I'm thinking that's the best season. That's what's fun about it. All right, let's get started. All right, here's one I've been wearing a lot of. I just got this one, and I've been wearing it a lot lately. It's a Fragrance World Azzure Oud, which is inspired by Mason Crivelli Oud Maracuja. Right off the rip, you're going to get a bunch of oud rose and fruit, just really nice. And it's really smooth too. And then there's this passion fruit note that's really prominent, along with the other fruit notes. It's got a nice leathery dry down, kind of like a more fruity ombre nomad, if you're familiar with that fragrance. I've been wearing that one a lot too. I guess I'm just in love with this scent profile. And I smelled this one like last winter, the real thing. And I can't do a side by side, but I'm thinking this is 85 to 90% close like they usually get. Great performance on this thing too. Love this scent DNA, and this is perfect for fall and winter. And this actually works in the heat. I've worn on a couple 80-degree days here, and it actually worked. I like the way it projected and it smelled, and nobody was complaining. Actually, I got a couple compliments in the heat, so I was a little surprised by that. All right, Dumont Borouj Mysterious is a combination of about 75% Herba Pura and about 25% BR540. You'll get the Herba Pura immediately as soon as you spray it. And then as it dries down, you'll get more and more of the BR540 notes coming in. You know, it's nice, sweet, fruity, nice citrus notes, a touch of that BR540, metallic saffron. Quality is really good on this. Performance is really good too. Usually these Herba Puras, they always got to have good performance. So yeah, this works on the warmer fall days the best. I've worn it on both, and I thought it worked really well in some heat. Okay, this Emper Macho Only Man is inspired by Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP. It smells more like the EDP than it does the EDT. It's a twist though. It's got warm, spicy tobacco, aromatics, sweet woody notes. You guys know how this thing is. It's a little more spicy and denser than the real version. Slight twist on the DNA. This one's, like I said, a little more smoky and really rich. This one is too, and it's got really good performance. It's good. It's really cheap. Great fall date night or intimate encounters type of scent. Love this one. Yeah, even though I have those two fragrances, like, it doesn't feel redundant to me because this is just so nice, and I'm actually getting a little bit better performance than I do on my Dolce & Gabbana the ones, which is surprising. But I've had this bottle a while too, and at first it wasn't as strong. All right, Spicy Amber from Fragrance World, F.A. Paris, is inspired by Métier Priem Incense Suave. Really smoky, spicy with a resinous and sweet base. There's coffee in the opening, then vanilla, benzoins, and labdanum. Then the main notes that come out is like Christmas treats, like Christmas baked treats, and this real heavy church incense. And there's some amber tones to it as well. I love this scent profile. It's unisex, leaning masculine on me. Something to give you kind of something similar to is YSL Baby Cat, but much more incense and more density, and you know, not as vanilla as that or whatever. So it's really not like it, but that does kind of give you an idea of something that is kind of like a really nice fall winter fragrance. Not sure how close the original this is. I've never smelled the original, but I know I love this, and I would like to smell the original now and see how that is, because this is, for my taste, like a high-end perfumery going on here. I just love the church incense notes in this. All right, this is one I just got, and I've already worn it like 2 or 3 times. This is Lattafa Artisan Ethnique. So it's inspired by Born a Standout Sugar Addict, or I've heard people saying it's Killian Black Phantom, which I've never smelled Sugar Addict, but I've smelled Black Phantom. So if it is Black Phantom, it's definitely a twist on the DNA, but it does kind of smell like that. So I'm thinking what everybody's saying, it's probably that Born a Standout Sugar Addict. So you pick up rum and cinnamon right away. Then you get some sweet chocolate, coffee, and caramel notes. And it dries down, you get woods, vanilla, and tonka bean. Really nice, sweet, gourmand fragrance. Unisex down the middle to me, maybe leaning slightly masculine. You know, it's close though. You know, there might be a lot of men that don't want to smell like this because, like I said, it is kind of like a dessertish. Yeah, like I said, I can't confirm if it's close to Sugar Addict, but I can confirm that I really like this one. This is a great fragrance, and the performance is nuclear on this thing. When I spray it on, it don't take much. And I'd probably wear this in the winter and fall too. Works good because that's what I've been doing. So yeah, either season this one works. But you know, around the holidays, I think this will be great, especially. Khadlaj 25 Loyalty is inspired by Ramon Monagal Flamenco. It has top notes of apple, raspberry, and saffron. In the mid, you get iris, jasmine, and rose. At the base is amber, musk, and sandalwood. So I have the original, and this is pretty close. It's like 85 to 90% close. A little bit of a quality difference, but this is really good. Nice fruity fragrance with a jammy rose note. Unisex, leaning feminine. This fragrance is just really sparkling and radiant. Great performance on this thing too. And I like this on the warmer fall days. This would work great in the spring too. I've worn it a couple of like 70-degree days, and this was great. Emir Super Crush is inspired by Mansera Instant Crush. It's got top notes of saffron, ginger, orange, and bergamot. In the mid, you get amberwood, rose, jasmine, and patchouli. At the base is vanilla, white musk, sandalwood, and oak moss. Definitely get some VR540 vibes, but it's more like a mix of maybe Grand Soir mixed into it also, but not really, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea of the direction this goes if you haven't smelled it. This is pretty close to the original. Unisex right down the middle to me. This works really well on fall days for me, warm or cold. Performance isn't real good on this one. The original has really good performance, so you are lacking there, but this is a nice fragrance. Ahmed Al-Maghribi Mauzoon is a saffron, vanilla, oud fragrance. It's unisex right down the middle to me. It's got top notes of creamy vanilla, saffron, and peach. In the mids are florals and woods. At the base is oud, patchouli, and sandalwood. And there's some amber notes all mixed in all throughout also. Oud's really light on this, but you can pick it up. It's got great performance. This works great in the fall weather. And I like the way the bottle's got that gangster lean. Belcam Black Classic Match is inspired by Polo Black. I know you guys know Polo Black scent profile, and I know it's also cheap, but these Belcams are dirt cheap. So I have Polo Black, and I love that DNA. And this brand isn't Middle Eastern, too, so I know technically it doesn't belong in this video, but it is a cheapie. So I threw it in anyways. This is really close to the original, surprisingly. Well, I'm not surprised, because I got a lot of Belcams, and a lot of them are really close to the original. As with most Belcams, though, no performance here. And Polo Black doesn't have great performance either, that for sure, not my bottle. And I think most people's bottle would say that, too. So this is just good for after like a shower, like a quick evening scent when you only need a couple hours. You still get the nice mango note off the top. Real tropical mango note too. And it dries down nice and woody. You know, it's like a dark tropical type fragrance. Really good for the fall weather. Yeah, don't sleep on these Belcams. They're not as bad as you might think. Fragrance World Divin Asylum is inspired by Rosia Elysium. You know this one. It's got those nice sparkling grapefruit and juniper berry notes coming off the opening. Nice, fresh, fruity, and light. As it dries down, you pick up amber, musk, spicy woods, and leather. This one's really close to the original. Decent performance on this one. It really wasn't very good when I first got it, but it's been months now, and it's great. And I like this on warmer fall days. This works really good on a nice warm fall day. Asten Apple Orchard is inspired by Killian Apple Brandy on the Rocks. There's a really nice, juicy apple opening with a ton of ambroxan, nice cardamom and vanilla, nice spices mixed in. This is a little bit more fresh than the original. Performance is decent on mine now. When I first got it, it was really bad at performance, but now I've had this thing for close to a year now. So this thing works pretty well now. I get several hours of a good projection out of it now. That's spring heavy. But yeah, this is great for fall. Just smells like fall, and it's got some freshness to it too, which I like. So you can pull this off really well on like warmer fall days is my favorite, because with all that ambroxan and some of the effervescence of it, seems to go really well on like a 60, 70 degree fall day. All right, I got this TikTok hype beast fragrance now. Khadlaj Hareem Al Sultan Gold. It's super fruity with some light florals. There's some musk, sandalwood, and patchouli at the base. It's unisex, definitely leaning feminine. I have the oil, but they also have a spray bottle, which I have, and I do prefer the spray bottle. They gave me a little spray bottle with this one, and I've been taking these oils and just mixing these with perfumer's alcohol and a decant and making a spray out of it. Just kind of opens it up when you add perfumer's alcohol and spray it. This works really well on a nice fall day too, and I think you can get away with this one hot or cold, but this one does lean kind of feminine if you can't get into a little bit of light florals and fruit, you know, because it's pretty fruity too. You might want to stay away from this one. All right, Haramain Detour Noir Intense is inspired by PDM Pegasus Exclusive. So it's a powdery warm vanilla almond scent. It's got some added cardamom and oud notes to it. Pegasus Exclusive is more dark and smoky than the original Pegasus. This is pretty close to the original. I smelled the original in the store. The almond note seems to be toned down a little bit here, and it definitely smells a little more synthetic than the original. I'm not really a fan of the scent DNA, even of the original. So this will work well in the fall if you like this scent DNA, but really it doesn't work well for me in the fall. So this really ain't a fire fragrance to me. Yeah, I'm not real crazy about this scent DNA, and I don't even really like the regular Pegasus much. But if you like that scent DNA, this is a pretty good clone of it. You know, get you close. Like I said, it's a little more synthetic, but yeah, I just don't care for that scent profile. But yeah, maybe you guys like it. Ardell Zaafaran Blue Sapphire is inspired by Bodacious the Victorious Blue Sapphire. It's a really nice woody oriental scent, some candied fruit, citrus florals, and then like a darker amber oud dry down. Really elegant and classy. I'm not sure how close to the original this is, but I've smelled other clones of it, and it smells pretty close to the other clones I've smelled. Yeah, it's just a pretty good performance on this, not great. The other clones I have seem to have better performance. This works great on a fall night out on a town. It kind of just seems, you know, distinguished and classy, and you know, there's not a bunch of people out here rocking Blue Sapphire. Paris Corner Emir Cherry Cola is inspired by Mancera Tonka Cola. So you pick up the really nice effervescent cola note, which I'm glad they got that down, because I was suspicious that they could get that note down, but they did a good job here. It does have that effervescent Coca-Cola note. And there's a lot of cinnamon, like the original. Really nice light cherry note in this too. It doesn't smell like a synthetic cherry. It's a nice cherry note. This is just a fun, playful fragrance. Nice vanilla to dry down. Like I said, this is fairly close to the original. Performance not that good on this, but this is just a really fun fall fragrance to wear. This just works great in the fall. All right, what fall Middle Eastern clone fragrances you guys like to wear? Give me your thoughts, and what are your thoughts on any of these I covered? Do you like these? Don't like these? And if you made it this far, like, subscribe, and comment. That helps my algorithm. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch.